Hey, welcome to the Uncomfortable is Okay podcast. I'm your host, Chris Desmond. This is a show where we make it easier for you to do hard stuff. So far, over the last couple of weeks, we've learned that the best way to build resilience is to strategically get out of our comfort zone on a regular basis. And to do it successfully, it's best to go progressively rather than all at once. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to explore how to keep going when the times get tough. Because things are bound to get tough when we step out of our comfort zones. They're also just bound to get tough because that's the way life works. Strengthening our resilience makes us better at getting through these tough times. And a hugely important part of continuing on when times get tough is to understand why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. If you don't understand why you're doing something, then it's much easier to quit when times get tough. Because no one likes doing hard things that don't have a point. And people don't even really like doing hard things that do have a point. If we quit when the stress comes on, we don't give ourselves the chance to adapt to this adversity. We stay stagnant and we don't get any more resilient. But if we stay the course, get through the tough times, then we learn new skills, we harden ourselves, and we become more resilient. And understanding why we're doing what we're doing can get us through the tough times. So think about the times you've been doing something hard and you've been tempted to quit, but then you think about what's on the other side of hard and you keep going. So, for example, it might be achievement after a tough run or solving a maths problem, the feeling of you've got better muscles after a workout. Or it might be the thanks from a friend after you've helped them out with something difficult. In these instances, knowing why you were doing what you were doing got you through those hard times. And there are going to be some things that will actually just be a waste of time for you trying to push through hard times. So this is why it's important to be strategic with how we step out of our comfort zone. But for the ones that might be important to you, we need to be able to keep going so we can get to the other side of hard and have that sense of achievement that we are looking for. And for these things, it can be really easy to fall by the wayside if we're uncertain about why. And one thing that I get the people that I work with and the businesses that I work with to do to help them understand why is to ask themselves 3 questions to help get really clear about why it is that they are doing what they're doing. The first question is, how does what I'm doing align with the person that I want to become? The second question is, how does what I'm doing align with what I want to achieve? And the third question is, how does what I'm doing help those around me, especially those people that I love? So the first 2 questions there create some internal motivation and accountability, while the third creates external accountability. And remember, it's much easier to let ourselves down than it is to let someone else down. So having that external accountability is super important. So practically, once you have answered these questions, distill the answers down into a statement that you can write down and you can put up somewhere that you see often to keep it front of mind. Some options that people use are the bathroom mirror, on the steering wheel. Don't read it while you're driving, but when you get into the car, or on the door to your house, so you're going in and out of it every day. And remember, understanding why you are doing hard things and keeping it front of mind makes it easier to get through them and to build your resilience. Thanks so much for getting uncomfortable with me today. Let me know why you are doing what you're doing.